Hello all, welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to RWBY, Volume 5 Finale, Haven's Fate. Alright, so, the first thing I want to touch on before doing anything is, well, I'm gonna check something real quick just to, there we go. Okay, the first thing I want to touch on, before doing anything else. Okay, so I missed some things in the last video. I rewatched it since then, of course, so. The wound on Hazel wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but still. While it's not enough to take him out of fight, he's not going to be nearly as agile as he once was. Pain or no pain, that's a big old wound hole in his gut. It's probably bigger in the back. I thought the White Fang goons had been smart enough to give up, but no, they started fighting. So it's not going as good as I thought for the good guys, but they're almost certainly going to win, unless, barring surprise intervention from Raven. Or anything Raven, or surprise intervention from another bad guy group. Yeah, I was still caught up in my enjoyment from the mini things last episode. And the mini Chekhov, I'm just gonna say this, RT has been very good with the Chekhov's gun these seasons. Ruby's headbutt was the same basic headbutt used against her versus Ozpin, and her little spar with Ozpin. The whole jettisoning the arm thing Gang did, so many things. And even though I misunderstood a few things that happened in that last episode, it was still immensely satisfying for me to watch. That's probably one of my favorite episodes in the series. I'm not sure if it's my favorite yet, but it's definitely up there. Now, I'm just gonna I want to address some complaints I've heard. Not in my comments, of course, because not many people comment right now. But specifically that, why were Emerald and Mercury doing anything when Team RWBY decided to gawk at each other? Like, once RWBY and Yang stopped fighting them, they just stopped doing things. Well, that's because their jobs were to keep people from getting down the hole to Cinder. If everyone decided they wanted to stare at each other instead of fight, they're cool with that. I mean, I'm sure Emerald wants to cause RWBY some pain and suffering for hurting Cinder Senpai, but no, letting them all stare was actually the smart move. Yeah, because reminding them they're there would have just made them cause them to get in that hole sooner. And there's also the fact that, the cavalry had arrived big time. Things had gone so far south. So yeah, they had every reason to pause and stop fighting back for a bit. Yeah, that's basically the only one I can really talk about. I don't remember any other complaints mini complaints. I remember there were lots of complaints, I just don't remember most of them this time. Probably because it took a while for the bitching to actually start. But, man, this is the last episode. Oh, I can't believe it's over. The show's ending again. Already. Felt like gone by too quickly. Yeah, that hiatus this time will be hell. At least we definitely know there's gonna be another season of Chibi. But, right, okay, let's just start this. Alright. Oh, so they weren't immediately fighting it. Oh! I'm stopping for a moment. I know. People were bitching about the whole, Now I remember one thing I really annoyed me. People are bitching about how the, Faunus army, the Menagerie militia, whatever you want to call it, was armed just with sticks and shirts. Totally forgetting the whole shields they had. Guys, this is RWBY. What? Does no one remember the fact that one of the side characters fights with just a stick and his shirt and his unbuttoned shirt? That doesn't mean they're worthless in combat. It's RWBY. Melee weapons kick ass. Jesus. Oh, sorry, that one was just a particularly nitpicky complaint. I wanted a dumb. No, hey, looks like I was right. Some of them are giving out. So.
Thank you.
It looked like I was unintentionally light last time. Alright, what's that I'm gonna do?
You regret ever coming back.
More police are on their way, Adam. Huntsman too.
Still too afraid to face me on your own.
I'm here for Haven, not you.
Whoa! Well, that burns.
You are still afraid, and you should be. I've made powerful friends while you've been away.
Oh yeah? Where?
Tell me, does Blake make all of her classmates fight for her?
Nah, it's a volunteer gig. I'm just saying, for someone who claims to have such great friends, there doesn't seem to be a lot of people here willing to fight for you.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
And make me regret coming here, Adam. But honestly, I've got more important things to deal with.
Oh yeah, that pissed him off. Yay! Gun trucks!
Son, wait!
But he's getting away! We could take him!
He's not
No,
important in the greater scheme of things.
So he can pick us off.
Well, at least
We need to protect
for this
the
battle.
school and the people here. Besides,
not facing him will just piss him off even more, which I am perfectly happy with.
We all need help sometimes.
I'll repeat what I said in my Volume 4 videos, not reactions, videos.
be careful.
I am really happy they got rid of that bow.
You guys okay?
Surviving.
I don't know how that big guy's still standing. He recharges his aura faster than I've ever seen.
Alright, John, let's see if you have aura draining abilities, like people theorize.
We just need to get him to his limit.
Alright, I underestimated his aura repairing the damage rapidly. Holy shit. Yay!
Are you hurt?
No, I just remember you being more of the quiet one.
Not today. All right. Well, what's the plan, Ruby?
Ha! And the Cowardly Lion runs for it.
You gotta be kidding me.
He's a coward! That's his entire shtick! What did you say? Checkmate! Ha ha! Team attack names! I missed those. And now... whatever's going to happen with them.
I gave you every opportunity to walk away from Crow and Oz. So you can believe me when I say this wasn't personal.
You opened the vault.
Thanks to the chaos you and your friends caused upstairs. I knew you could handle it. You're my daughter, after all.
Crow and Oz told me how the maiden powers were transferred. The girl you found. She would have had to have trusted you if you were in her final thoughts. Cared about you a lot.
I'm sure they told you plenty, and you just sat and obeyed.
No. I'm starting to ask questions like you said. So tell me, what happened to the last Spring Maiden?
Ah!
Did she die in battle? Was it sickness?
What does it matter to you?
Finally direct information about whether
Curious
she
to see the
killed this
answer.
person.
It's all over your face. How could you?
She was scared when we found her. Weak. No matter how much training I put her through, she never learned. She wasn't cut out for this world.
Okay, I overestimated Raven's intelligence. She really did purposely take the Spring Maiden's power.
It was mercy.
Which is it, Mom? Are you merciful? Or are you a survivor? Did you let me walk into that trap because you knew I could handle it? Or because it meant you could get what you wanted?
It's not that simple. You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. The choice
Ah!
I had to make.
I smell. Yep. Confirm
I
it.
don't know you.
Glad we can finally confirm she really did kill that person
She was
for
troubled,
her power.
complicated. But she fought for what she believed in, whether it was her team or her tribe. Did you kill her too?
Ah.
I've stared death in the face over and over again, and every time I've spat in that face and survived because I'm strong enough to do what others won't.
Oh,
No,
shut
you're a
up.
cow. Thank you!
You don't know the first thing about
This
me.
is the best!
You turn your back on people. You run away when things get too hard. You put others in harm's way instead of yourself. You might be powerful, but that doesn't make you strong.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, I'm loving this!
They're shaking like a scared little girl.
Yeah, I'm scared, but I'm still standing here. I'm not like you. I won't run. Which is why you're
Oh, I'm loving this.
Relic.
And why would I?
Because you're afraid of Salem! And if you thought having maiden powers put a target on your back, imagine what she'll do when she finds out you have a relic.
Wait, hold on. Why does Yang want
She'll
the
come
relic?
after you with everything she has.
I mean, you think she'd tell her to close the door, not give it to
And
her.
I'll be standing there, waiting for her.
Okay, what?
You don't want to do this, Yang.
At least we finally got her to admit it. At least somewhat. Whoa!
I'm sorry.
Finally! We've finally broken through the tough bitch act. Finally! And she portaled out, like the coward she is. I suppose taking it could be better than leaving it there where someone else could get to it until the door's closed, but whatever. At least we finally get to see what the hell it is, and yeah, there's not that, whatever that place is, that's inhospitable. I don't think anything could survive there long. Besides being a plateau. Yeah, that's a relic. That's very MacGuffin-y. gonna happen if she grabs it? Okay, nothing. And now she breaks down from the confrontation. Alright, now we need someone to give her a hug. The seer.
And where might you be going?
Your Grace. I was just looking for something.
Leonardo, do you have something you wish to tell me?
It was Cinder. She altered the plan. Huntsman showed up here. Crow. Several students. One with the silver eyes. The White Fang attack. It was stopped. I don't know that they'll be able to recover the relic. Your Grace, I can still be of assistance. If I leave now, I can avoid the authorities and come find you. I'll do whatever it takes. Your Grace. Please, ma'am. I'll do anything. I can still be useful. Please. Please. Please.
Ew.
Coward.
That's enough!
Okay, I thought.
Just give up.
It's not over. Cinder will come back. She'll have the relic, and she'll stop all of you. She won't let us down.
Nearly 25 minutes long episode. It's not Cinder who's got the relic. She might be alive, but I don't think she's gonna be around. Now, let's see where this goes. I mean, I clearly was somewhat right about many of my predictions for this episode, even if the basis I made them on weren't completely correct. Yeah, and there, Emerald breaking with the received death of Cinder. I'm sorry, but until I see a body...
Emerald.
Oh! So that explains the giant Salem! Well, that's... Fucking Christ. She made all of them see that, so... I wonder if she cooked her head a little trying that.
What was that?
Oh, right! You don't know about Salem!
But an accurate one. That was Salem.
Yep, she's out. I mean, she got him a distraction. So even the giant Salem was a thing. So Adam's around to continue to cause problems, but...
The police rounded up the remaining White Fang members. Haven is safe.
Unfortunately, it appears
Good
that
guys
he
win.
escaped.
Yes.
It's okay. He was the only one to escape tonight.
They've
Those
got...
in the White Fang that followed him won't support a leader that abandons his people. He won't.
That's a
have
very
the help
good
after
point.
this. He'll I'll have no one at all.
The White Fang might not be as big an issue as it used to be.
We've been fighting amongst ourselves for too long.
From this point on.
Perhaps it's time for a new brotherhood. A new family for faunas truly working towards a better world.
And they'll need a new leader.
Huh?
What happened?
I don't know exactly. When I got down there, Cinder was gone. And Vernal was dead.
And Draven?
Gone.
Well, we're all glad you're still here, Firecracker.
Are you okay? I feel like I should be asking you guys.
I think she's just...
So, Blake, what do you
Yeah, everything that today probably just got finally a hit her. Physically, I mean.
I was gonna ask you three the same thing.
That's a long story.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
That's all that matters. That we're all here together. Right?
You lost, you found, your hard to pin down.
Yeah.
I never know if you
God.
come through. Then you
Ah.
together we're here. And that's all that matters somehow.
I don't know how, but we did it, Oz. You okay?
I'm alright.
Kid?
He's resting. Too much energy fighting.
Oh, hey, don't strain yourself.
No. He had a message. We must get the lamp to Atlas.
The lamp? Oh, okay, so I know where they're going next season. Maybe we'll see, finally see whether or not, which robot girl will be there. Penny? Epsilon Penny? Nickel? Alright, so I remember at the start of this episode, before the opening play, which I skip. Well, I watch it, and then I start recording. They said that there'll be a thing for new shows they have. I'm not going to watch that, but I'm curious if that replaced the proper ending cutscene. Also, god damn it, I was really hoping for a proper something like the end of last season, where we just had a quiet moment between all the teams where we could talk and do shit. That's just disappointing. Hopefully this will be it afterwards. Die! Oh my god. Is it Raven who portaled in? She portaled in to die. Ew, maybe just a check-in? Okay, no, sorry, I can't. I'm not gonna keep watching. That perked my interest a bit too much there. That was great. It didn't live up to my expectations, but unlike some people, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I wanted there to be like a couple of, like just 3 or 4 minutes where they, after the fight, where everyone can just detox, relax, where we have the reading. Basically, a shorter version of what happened in Rest and Relaxation, or what it was called, halfway into the season, when the episode after Yang and Weiss came back, just with Team RWBY. Just a little bit. I didn't get that. But the scene was still emotionally great, so I'm not complaining. Really, I was right, the bad guy, all the bad guys basically had their asses kicked near the end there. With that prediction. It might not have kicked in the episode, but it certainly kicked in almost immediately this episode. I love Blake's pure dismissal for Adam. That was just seeing him get more and more pissed off, because he's obsessed with her and he's pissed she's not obsessed with him. It's great. I wonder why they're bringing the relic to Atlas. Is it so they can put it in Atlas's vault? Because without Raven, they can't close the spring vault back up? I'm very serious. I do. With what I said, though, I do believe we're going to see the culmination of whatever arc Penny began. Whether it's her, whether it's the younger sibling, whether it's a false her, like Epsilon. We're going to see something. I don't think that'll be the end of, soul-powered robots. Well, not soul-powered, soul-controlled. Soul-empowered? I'm just dealing with the fact I'm not. That was a satisfying episode, and I enjoyed it. But, I can't. I already can't wait for next season. God. The hype hadn't truly. I just hope there's no big time skip. Because they've got no good reason this time. Even last time, they toned down the time skip. It's already been 2 years since the show began. We don't... 2-ish years. Almost 2 years. Yeah, someone did the, if you're not aware, someone did the couch, even with the 68-month time skip retconned, though the fair, it was never announced in the show, so it's not truly a retcon. The 68-month time skip retcon from in between volumes 3 and 4. This would, around a year, around 2 years, I must say, is how long has passed since the first episode of Volume 1. Which, yeah, because of how close it is to school starting. Which means that, by all rights, RWBY's probably 17. And most of the other casts are probably 19-ish. Which means, I still hope for that birthday. I'm hoping we get a birthday episode next season. I'm sorry, but I really wanted to see these characters in that type of setting, where they're all just sitting down, having a good time at a birthday party. I don't care who it is, just one of them have a birthday. Mostly because it would be a perfect excuse for one of those rest and relaxation episodes. Because, well, people bitch about talking episodes, I love them in this show. Because I really love the characters. Even the doofus John. I hate him in fanfiction, but that's because people can't stop turning him into poorly written self-inserts. Much like they do with the Harry Potter and Naruto fandoms. Edgy, poorly written inserts, usually. Which are usually the most popular things in the fandom. I've only seen one fanfic that ever got John's personality right. Well, that was actually focusing on him. It's not so bad if he's a side character. Or shares the spotlight, even. I have no idea what people's obsession with betrayal fanfiction is. The worst part is people are convinced that it's actually reflective of the actual story. But those people have about as much grounding as the people both in and out of the show who believe that Osmond is a bad guy. Seriously, this show is fundamentally built. Seems every time we have someone complaining about how Osmond is bad, they're shown to be an idiot, basically. Hazel, Raven, and yes, it was finally shown. She was she wasn't smart. She was a fucking coward. And I'm so glad that finally came to a conclusion. Ugh. I'll be honest, had they continued the ending episode the way from that point, let me get my words ready. Had they continued past that point of the reunion with Team RWBY, I probably would have ended up crying. It was getting to me already. I was having tears well up in my eyes. I was just wiping them away before they had a chance to pull down, and was swirling, getting them out of my eyes because they were irritating. But I prefer endings for me, I prefer endings like Volume 4 or even Volume 3. I mean, I got that backwards, but you get my point. A moment where the characters have time to reflect on what happened. Talk and reflect with not both of themselves and each other. Even if it's only one character doing the reflecting. Like, say, RWBY. So, apparently there's probably only going to be a total 12 volumes now. I think I mentioned it before, but I've heard it. Either a total 12 or an additional or 12 more. I forget which one it was. I'm hoping it's the latter because, well, I don't want the show to go on forever because it's a plot-based show, unlike Red vs. Blue. I don't think it could work that way. I do at least want to see this adventure last longer than 7 more volumes. Not that I think it would stick to 7 more, even if it is the shorter stick to that. I mean, the entire reason Volume 3 is the way Volume 1 for 3 are the way they are is because Volume 1 was going to be half of Season 1. Volume 2 was split into 2 because when Volume 2 was made, they decided to scrap that and just have volume equal season. But they also decided that they couldn't tell the story they wanted in only 2 for the prologue in only 2 volumes. So they split that in half. Became Volume 2 and 3. What I'm saying is, I don't think it's unlikely that whatever plan they have now might change. Because, well, admittedly, the biggest change for that probably came from Monty himself with the decision to add the maidens in. Considering how important that is to the plot. That does raise an important question. Which came first, the maidens or the relics? And I mean in real life. Did Monty come up with the relics alongside the maidens? Did Miles and Carrie come up with the relics to go with the maidens? Or did the relics predate them? That is an interesting question that I want to ask at some, or someone to ask them at some point. Even though whenever there's a Q&A, people always ask shipping questions. Like, man, I'm a rampant shipper. I even fully admit that. But they're not going to really answer anything like what you're looking for. Ask stuff about the settings that we wouldn't normally get. Because not only is that stuff interesting to a lot of people, it can help make sure that people write less shitty fanfiction. And it's always good to see less shitty fanfiction. Anyways. I'm probably going to, after this, I'm going to finally get around to binge watching all those RWBY rewinds. Not on here, because I don't think they're reaction material. And I've been avoiding them because spoilers. With the season over, I don't think I have anything to worry about anymore. Trying to think of more things. I have things I want to say. I'm just trying to process it. I love this show. I really do. But it seems like I can't figure out what I want to say, so I'm probably gonna... I'll cut this here. Before I go, though, one thing, and that is, since this show's going off, I'm replacing it with another show until Chibi comes back on. I'm doing reactions to the Clone Wars TV series. Now, I've already done videos, not reactions, much like my Volume 4 videos, which are basically just first impression reviews. I've done something like that for Season 1, Season 1 of Clone Wars. And part of my way into Season 2, before I decided I'd prefer just to react to them. And also, I just wanted to stop making those kind of videos for a while. But, yeah, I've actually recorded a bunch of them ahead of time. I'm only gonna start posting them after this, on Saturdays. But, yeah, outside of that, if you want to watch those. Outside of that, well, I do have one more thing to say. Fuck the bitching. Because I know there are people who will bitch endlessly at that. Because I've got nitpicks, but those nitpicks are because my expectations being dashed, but not in an unpleasant way. I liked what I got, it's just not what I wanted. So, yeah, fuck the bitching. Because if you've been around long enough, you'll know there are people who bitch endlessly. Like the sticks thing. Oh no! The finest militia is armed just with sticks and shirts. Completely refusing to acknowledge the shields, and the fact that in this setting, Styx... Does no one remember the food fight? Fuck Styx! You could probably kill a Grim with a fucking leak. Styx are perfectly serviceable combat weapons in this setting, god damn it. And those are clearly not just sticks. I don't know what they did, but considering all that uniform shit put on them, I'm thinking those were some kind of actual weapon. Sorry. I mentioned that earlier, but this annoyed me. Yeah, shit like that. I'm sorry, but every year people bitch about stuff like that. In the beginning, it's understandable. Volume 1 was shit. Volume 2 was kinda shit. Not as bad as people make it out to be sometimes, but... keyword sometimes. Volume 3 was fucking excellent. Even if it did shatter my heart when it happened. Volume 4 was great. Volume 4 was exactly what I wanted in its entirety. And the only people who really bitched about the finale on that one were the people who got themselves all hyped up for the, the Knuckle of E. And then bitched about it being overhyped, even though the only ones hyping them up were themselves. I literally went through the thread in post, and I watched this person get themselves more and more and more hyped up, because they kept looking up information about mythological and saying, man, this thing is so awesome. It's gonna be, a Grim version is gonna be even better, basically. And, of course, they're disappointed because their expectations were unrealistic. Ugh. But, yeah. Fuck the bitchin'. But, I think that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. This is HighPriest signing out, and I will see you all when Chibi comes out, folks. See ya.